Boxing wasn't optional for the young Paul Sykes. He was first forced into a boxing club at the age of 7, although you're not really allowed to have competed in those days until your 11th birthday at the earliest. Little Paul spent 4 years learning his trade 3 days a week at various clubs in Yorkshire. Paul started competing in the Yorkshire amateur season of 1957-58 aged 11. He was much more experienced than the other kids his age because he'd been what's known as a gym rat 4 years before he boxed. As a young schoolboy boxer, although experienced, he wasn't the greatest and lost as many as he would win. It was when Sykes became a junior, 15 to 17, that he really excelled. Sykes from that age displayed considerable talent. Paul had the ability to move around the boxing ring with ease for his size, as he was much bigger than most other kids his age. He had every attribute an amateur boxer needed, i.e. height, reach, power, ring craft, killer instinct and supreme fitness. The kid was a natural by then. Many said young Paul's footwork was incredible, something he carried on into his professional career. From the age of 11 to 14, Paul was said to have been rather soft and would often be seen crying in the boxing gyms, particularly when getting a grilling from his father Walter. Paul overall from the ages of 11 to 17 had over 50 amateur contests and represented the Yorkshire counties as well as boxing for Young England, which was as high as he could go back then. When Paul was 16 in 1962, he was 6 feet 1 and won the National Association of Boys Clubs, which is a major national title. Just to put that in perspective for you, the big boxing stars such as Ricky Hatton, Naseem Hamd and Kevin Mitchell went on to all win that title. Paul boxed with the other well-known local boxing names growing up, such as British featherweight champion 1977 Alan Richardson, Ernie Fields, Ernie Lofthouse and Keith Tate. In his junior years, Paul Sykes was known as a bit of a wrecking machine. Most of his contests ended inside the distance, and one highly rated boxer he flattened was John Taylor. When Paul won his national title in 1962 aged 16, that is when he first started to go off the rails. That was the age he started hitting his father back, and on one occasion even assaulted his father inside the White Rose Boxing Club in front of several people. Walter was left holding a bloody nose. Bad times were to come from there on in.